హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, వెల్కమ్ టు అవర్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ డిఎం ఆల్ ఇన్ వన్. ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇంకా మన ఛానల్ ఎవరైనా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయకుండా చూస్తున్నట్లయితే ప్లీజ్ వెంటనే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి.
Indian Society for Technical Education, All India Management Association, Indian Society for Training and Development, Indian Institute of Pastoral Management, and member of Quality Circle Forum of India. Sir, qualifications include PGTTM in Tourism Management from Acharya Nagarjuna University, MSc from Bilani, MBA in Marketing Management from Acharya Nagarjuna University, PhD in CRM, Critical Tourism Service Management from Sri Venkateshwara University, Tirupati, MTech in Computer Science and Engineering from Acharya Nagarjuna University, MS in Software Systems from Bilani, PhD in Financial Management from IGNOU, New Delhi. Sir has served Dean of Examinations, Head of the Department of Tourism Management, Principal for Vikram University, Nalur. Sir worked as Associate Professor in KM Institute of PG Studies, Tirupati, and lecture, Voluntary Mahila Kalashala, PG Section, Vijayawada. Sir has participated in many FPP programs and workshops. Sir has guided many students. Sir published many international and national journals. We are eagerly waiting for your sessions.
Thank you very much. As a token of gratitude from all of us, a small memento to our resource person. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for accepting and coming all the way. On behalf of my participants, these are all research scholars coming from different parts of state and within anantapur. They belong to different subjects also: sociology, history, and management, commerce. Please.
Yeah, very good morning, and all the participants with different backgrounds, especially right from the top social sciences, right from the top management, sociology. One of my well-wisher, maybe like this is the out of the way that I like to speak to you, out of the box. Take up your PhD. Not for the sake of getting knowledge. Do it for the sake of getting the degree. To what extent do you oppose this particular statement? If at all we are able to answer this particular question, my problem is solved. In most of the cases, in most of the situations, generally what we think is, we'll be doing, whether we'll prefer to do our PhD to learn, to acquire a lot of knowledge. By doing the PhD, a lot of knowledge we'll be getting into all those kind of things. That's what is it. As a teacher, as a supervisor, I'm not supposed to say this particular statement. But as a well-wisher, could make some suffix. మీ పేరు ముందు డాక్టర్ పేరు తర్వాత PhD. అది కావాలి అంతే కదా? No. There are two versions over there. పేరు ముందు డాక్టరేట్, పేరు తర్వాత PhD వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. I think if at all you are right, if you are able to understand that, can I get it Telugu also? No. Anyone like who is not able to understand this? పేరు ముందు డాక్టరేట్, పేరు తర్వాత PhD అనేది దానికోసం నాలెడ్జ్ సంపాదించడం కోసం చేయదలుచుకుంటే మన PhD ఎప్పుడు కావాలి? You will never satisfy yourself. You will never satisfy your game. You will never satisfy your purpose. You will never satisfy your point of purpose. You will end up with long beard, with a lot of disappointment. What next? What is my life? Where are we? Where does this particular problem comes into the picture? Most of the cases, what are the problems that we want to identify that becomes a problem for us in terms of getting success. The same research problem identification I have two PowerPoint slides. One is a simple thing which is being taught to the MBA students. This one is a complicated one. Some of these particular things will go like what you call OHT. OHT is overhead transmission. Sir, why did you prepare this particular thing? To make you to understand what exactly the real situation. Where exactly does the real research problem identification is happening in a proper way. Research problem identification happens in a proper way, even as on date. The premier institutes like IITs, IISc, and foreign universities and all those particular places, the research goes in a perfect way.
From Department of Sociology, University-Skim-Icssr University. Sir has 30 years of teaching experience in Sociology department. Sir has a credit of 61 articles published in both national and international journals. He attended more than 51 national and international seminars. He contributed to the distance mode of education of Sri Krishna-Devaraya University, Acharya Nagarjuna University, Sri Venkateshwara University, Dravidian University, Kakatiya University, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University for MA students of Sociology, Social Work, and Rural Development. Sir has a life membership of ISS, APSS, IAE, ILSA, and IAS. He earlier held various positions like NSS Program Officer, Deputy Warden, Deputy Director, Central Distance Education, Cultural Coordinator, Joint Director, Director of Admissions, NSS Coordinator. Now currently working as Head and Chairman, US Department of Sociology. Dean, Students and Public Affairs Director, Director of Evaluation, and Dean Faculty of Social Sciences. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce Professor. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the
I'm very happy to have my friend here who is a very eloquent speaker, and we both of them belong to same age group. That is one interesting thing. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. Though he is supposed to attend one PhD Viva examination, for our sake he finished it quickly and then came here. Sir, kindly proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Murli Krishna. So I think yes, my topic is concerned hypothesis formulation. But before we will discuss about the hypothesis formulation, I want to give some brief information about the research and the field research, academic research, and other related aspects. So generally, I think the MPhil candidates and PhD, we don't have any importance for MPhil candidates. So almost all are PhD candidates. And moreover, I think today I have taken the hypothesis tomorrow sampling. That is one more interesting lecture. But hypothesis and sampling is both are very, very important and interesting for your not only examination point of view, and at the same time while you are writing thesis, both are very, very important. You need not worry about my class. Whatever I give, I think that is not at all final. If you have any doubt regarding from my class or any problem regarding hypothesis framing or sampling, I will give my number and contact number and the same time email. So don't worry, be happy, be good, and silently, patiently listen my talk. And basically, I think I have too many positions. That's why I don't have any time to spend, because morning I have taken 1.5 hours for relative group, that is social environment. And again, I have attended a PhD. Just came and whenever I use the immense pleasure to meet each and every, because some of the students came from Rayalaseema and Yoga and other universities. And at the same time, our own students also there, I think, 1%. And I think 1 or 2 from other states. I think if you have any problems, straightaway you have to call me and you have to ask anything. But before that, I think hypothesis, you have to know research and other things. What is meant by research? Research is nothing but careful, critical inquiry in seeking facts. Scientific research involves investigation of some hypothetical property. Starting hypothesis, that is very, very important. Then systematic and controlled. That is the second. Third is the empirical. As far social sciences is concerned, whatever you take, empirical oriented. And as far I think mode of social research, I think there are 2 important items. One, according to Berlinson and Stevenger, that fellow gives one important item. According to Berlinson, I think it is a form, science is a form of inquiry in which procedures are public definitions are precise, data collection is objective, findings are replicable. If you take the definition, you have to closely relate it to the definition. Those who do not satisfy the definition, it comes under the soft sciences or social sciences. Closely connected to the definition, just like all the sciences are pure sciences. That is why if you take the physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, whatever you take, these are all art sciences. Forget about, I think, natural sciences or art sciences, because we are belongs to social sciences, concentrated social sciences. So now we are talking about the economics or political science or public administration or sociology or management, whatever. I think these are all social sciences. Now I think basically the main aim of social sciences is concentrate on man and his relationship. Whatever you take, any item connected directly or indirectly with the man and his behavior. If you take political science, or if you take management, or if you take economics, economic activities of a man, or sociological relations of a person, or interrelations or interpersonal relations, or if you take management, how to manage the things. So any item directly or indirectly connected with the man. And now limitations. Everywhere I think limitations is common. And as far as of research is concerned, the entire social research is divided into two important items. One is the pure and other is the not impure, applied. Applied means action oriented. This comes under the social sciences. So as far as pure research is concerned, it is enriching the theoretical framework. But whereas applied research aims at enriching the field of application, that is very, very important. As for our subject is concerned, social sciences. Don't forget all these things, because it is action oriented, action research, that is. And one more category, that is experimental and non-experimental. When we talk about experimental, we have to come to the non-experimental. Again, non-experimental research is divided into exploratory and descriptive. And even exploratory is also static, and even in the case of the descriptive, dynamic and historical. I think you need not worry about all these things, because these are the fundamentals of the research. Before I started my topic, at least you have to know all these things. And the problem, that is also very, very important. And if you are using the scientific method and I think formulation of research problem, you will take the problem, how to select the problem. Because suppose if you want to purchase a shirt piece, you have to visit different shops as far as cost is concerned, design is concerned, quality is concerned, and other things. Even problem is also, it is not so easy, because whether it is convenient or not, it is comfortable or not, it is relevant or not, that is very, very important. Because ours is totally different from natural sciences. Because man is, I think, controlled behavior. We don't have any conditions, even though we are imposing conditions, but they never follow it. If you take it, individuals' behavior is, I think, totally different. We don't want to impose any taboos or restrictions, etc. So that is very difficult to choose. That's why it depends whether the topic is convenient and comfortable, and the resources are, I think, manageable. Before we choose a topic, we have to think all these things. And without thinking all these things, that I think entire research is meaningless. So that's why formulation of a research problem, that I think that is very, very important. So understanding the problem thoroughly. Suppose, for example, values. Values theory was proposed by Radhakamal Mukherjee, sociology example. I think if you want to know, if you want to do your research and values theory, you have to go to Radhakamal Mukherjee. If you study the entire theory, then only you have to, I think, sound knowledge about that particular theory. It is easy to choose your problem. Suppose if you want to take the anthropology, tribal studies, Goats or Adivasi, if you take any tribal. Before we go into the deciding the topic, you go and visit the tribal area and you know the customs or the dress habits or the food habits or the cultural habits or the problems faced by the tribals. If you take all these things, you have some sound knowledge. Without knowledge, without understanding, without I think soundness of that particular specialization subject, even though you are selected, but in future you have faced some problems. That's why before we choosing a problem, you have to think once or twice.